Hi, my name is Miss Baker. I'm your English teacher this year for Honors English 2. I wanted to spend some time going over the syllabus with you, talking about a few of the requirements for the course so that you know how to be successful in the course. And so that's going to include what course expectations, communication, things like that, materials. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is how while yes, this is an English course and we're going to be covering grammar, vocabulary, reading and writing, we're going to really elevate those and examine and analyze author's purpose in this course. It's going to be a lot of why did the author choose this? What was the intention and how does it serve the piece of literature? So another thing is that writing is a very essential part of this course, and it's critical, if you will. And we're going to really hone our skills as writers, particularly in the persuasive essay, which is going to be our focus this year. A lot of debate and a lot of building arguments and substantiating those arguments with valid evidence, right? Additionally, we're going to focus on grammar and vocabulary, which I already mentioned, but I want you to keep in mind that an honors English class requires more effort and attention and skill than an on-level class. But I like to do a lot of fun, engaging activities. We're going to listen to a podcast. We're going to participate in a mock trial, right? We're going to be doing a lot of fun activities, so I don't want you to be afraid to apply yourself. The other thing that we have is how to communicate with me. The best way to communicate with me is through email. You're going to get a faster response that way. Um, you can contact me on the phone through my extension, but sometimes I'll either be on the other line and you won't be able to contact me. I might not be in my room because I may have run out. You may have missed me, or you may not have access to a phone or during my conference time, which is again posted at the top of this page. So email would be the best way to reach me, but if you can't, or if you would prefer phone, that's fine. I'm also willing to schedule face-to-face Zooms with you, face-to-face. And then the last thing is that every student is required to join the Remind or Google Hangout. I haven't set up the Google Hangout yet. It's coming. But I recommend that you add these devices these applications to your smart device so that you don't miss information. Because if I send out information via the Remind and you miss it, you're still accountable because in the syllabus it says you are required to use it. Not to mention, like if you need to contact me, I have Remind on my phone and it comes straight to me. And so while sometimes I may miss an email at home, I'm not going to miss a Remind. These are the expectations. I already told you that this class was going to be more difficult than an on-level course, but like any English course, you can expect there to be multiple interpretations for author's intention because the author's not going to come right out and say, this was why I included this syntax or whatever. But so I want to make sure that you remain hardworking and resilient, really, because we're going to disagree, and that's going to be a good thing. But if you look at bullet number 2, in that disagreement, we're going to be respectful and in turn be respected. That goes not only for our conversations, but let's talk about like in our emails. I want us to communicate in a respectful way and really just try to come to common ground and fix whatever issues we're having, because I think we can all agree that online is going to be a change and we've got to approach that in a respectful manner. These other things are going to be about being engaged and wearing your masks and respecting physical boundaries. Those things will not pertain to you right now since you're online. However, if you do come back to school or when you do come back to school, I think it's important that you read over those things and you're aware of what my expectations are. So the assignments in this course are weighted as follows. Your homework is 40% and your test grades are 60%. If you took an on-level class last year, it was 50-50, but this year it's 40-60 for an honors class. Well, every year it is, but in an honors class it's 40-60. So we take about 2 tests per 6 weeks, which means each test is 30% of your 6 weeks average. You really want to focus on that. When we look at late work, I want you to know that late work is not accepted in a pre-AP, AP class, so let's change that to honors. A grade of 0 will be given for any assignment that is not turned in the day that it is due. So if you're absent the day it's due, you have to make arrangements and contact me so that we can get together and figure out how you can get your assignment turned in on time. So the next thing is reading expectations. I'd also like to note that this is listening expectations, specifically when we listen to our podcast at the end of this 6 weeks. So if you have to do stuff outside of class, which is going to be all the reading that you do this year, you're expected to get it complete it, and you're expected to participate in meaningful discussions, upper level discussions after we read the work, right? I do not want, I can tell if you read the Spark notes, by the way, so like don't do that. You're going to be able to expected to write process papers. We talked about that a little bit. I want to talk to you about plagiarism, which is also cheating. If you plagiarize, you get a 0 for the assignment. This year we have access to turnitin.com, so it picks up on plagiarism. It checks every paper in the database or on the internet, and it says this percentage of your paper has been plagiarized. So I want to encourage you not to plagiarize because you will get caught and you will receive a 0. And essays are often test grades, and if you receive a 0 for plagiarism, you can't correct it, and it's 30% of your grade. It's just a mess. Let's not do it. You can attend tutorials during B block. That's going to be my tutorial period. For this course, you're going to need a composition notebook. We're going to do interactive journals and detective logs, and so that's something that you will need to be successful in this course. This other stuff is not going to pertain to you until you come back to school, so make sure you're up to date on it. I am super excited to have you. I really hope you stay in contact with me so that I can know where you are and help you. I want to really encourage you to just reach out when you need help, and we're going to have a good year.